Okay, gentlemen, let's talk about why only handful number of candidates managed to get screened in stage 2 of SSBs. Right. Throughout, I have given so many SSBs, right? And throughout my SSBs, I have got rejections from many boards, including 4 FSB Varanasi, three times from 4 FSB Varanasi, NSB Visakhapatnam, 12FC Bangalore, Bhopal, Allahabad. I have got rejections, but I have also managed to get screened in after getting a realization of the fact that what exact things I have to do in SSBs. After that, I have managed to get screened in 7 times throughout my SSBs, but I have also got rejections. So the points which I believe is important, which I have noted down throughout my SSBs, throughout my SSB experience, which I believe this might be a reason why students get rejected in stage 1 of SSBs. Right? You clear written exams and you are getting to an important platform, you reach to an important platform, and then you are screened out on the first day itself. This is more shocking than anything, because the dream of becoming an officer is shattered at that particular moment itself. So I have noted certain points which I believe is important, and which I believe this might be a reason for rejection in stage 1 itself. So I'll be discussing those points, and I believe these points will be helpful for you. So the number 1 point which I believe is important. See, narration, as you all know, narration is an important part of your GD, your SSBs, right? Your narration is important. So what students do, they focus on narration. They just worked on their narration skill. But when it comes to their GD, they are not contributing their part. At the time of GD, when the students are discussing, they are mum at that time. They are not contributing in the group. Their narration really went good, but they are not contributing in the group discussion. So this might be a reason why students fail to get screened in. Number two, which I believe I have experienced it personally, is not being honest with yourself. See, this is an important quality of an officer, right? Being honest with yourself. I will give you an example. In 4 FSB, group nominated me to give the group consensus, group story. The group narrated me, and my narration was really good, right? My narration was really good, and I contributed in the group as well. But when the group nominated me, I was really happy at that time. I thought, this is the moment, just take this moment, and I narrated the story as well. But the problem here was, my theme of the story which I narrated, that was totally different from the group consensus. Although I knew that the fellow beside me, his story was relevant to the group consensus, I didn't said a word at that time. I said, thank you for nominating me. I just changed my theme and just narrated the group story. And I was at that time I was optimistic that I will get screened in this time. But I got screened out. Yes, I got screened out because I was not honest with myself. The officers noted my story, my theme, they noted that. And when it came to narration part, when it came to group consensus, I didn't give any credit to the fellow whose story was relevant to it. I didn't give any credit. The group nominated me, but that was my responsibility to address the person who is beside me, whose story is relevant. I should have addressed it. So I was not being honest with myself. That led to my rejection. Number three point which I believe is also important, being moderate in the group. By being moderate in the group, I mean to say that right? Your contribution is just limited to, I agree to chess number 14's point, I agree to chess number 16's point, I agree to chess number 18 point. Your contribution is just limited to these points. I agree with you, that's it. You are not contributing something positive or negative to it. Your contribution is just this, I agree to chess number 14's point, that's it. Try to add on some points, some valid points to it, right? This will help you, this will boost your screening chances. Number 4 is your eye contact. I have seen so many candidates that they memorize the story from their home, and they just, when it comes to the narration part, they just narrate the story without having any eye contact with their group members. Irrespective of their presence or not presence, they are oblivious to it. They become oblivious to it and just they go on narrating their story. Come on, the officers there are looking at you. They are looking at each and every means your behavior at that time, how you are narrating a story. If you don't have any confidence to look into the eyes of your group members, I believe you are not worthy of becoming an officer, right? So for improving this point, which I have personally worked on, I have also worked on this point. I just stand in front of the mirror and look into the eyes of, at that point I look into the eyes of myself and go on narrating the story. Means that would be, try to make that extempore. Means you have not seen the story anywhere, you just got the story and you are narrating at that particular moment itself. This will definitely improve your eye contact. This is going to definitely help you a lot. The number 5 point is really important, your hand movement. Although in this video I am showing my hand movement, but when it comes to narrating the story, my hands are really still. When it comes to narrating the story, I don't show any hand movement. If you are pointing to some point, if you are using these kind of behaviors, like you are pointing to chess number, suppose when it comes to chess number 14, you are saying chess number 14's ideas, I agree to chess number 14's idea, that is a really negative sign. That is going to negatively impact your interviewer, right? This is going to give a bad impression to your interviewer. So try to remain calm while narrating your story. Try to lessen your hand movement. This is going to help you, right? Number 6 point is also important, being too loud and dominating. I have seen many candidates that they try to prove their points. For proving their points, their voice is too loud. They are loud and dominating. They don't want to hear any opinions from their group members. They are so loud at that time. They want to prove their own point. That is clear sign of rejections. The officer there, he is going to kick you out immediately. Although he is not going to, although at that point he didn't say something like just shut your mouth or something like that, but you should understand that these points are signs of rejections, right? So these are the points which I have noticed that led to my rejection, particularly my rejection from these posts. Although I have overcome all these points and have always noted these points whenever I give my SSBs. Hopefully these points will be definitely helpful for you as well. See, for getting recommendation, I believe contribution is important. They are looking for those candidates who are contributing in the group. Suppose I will give you examples. Suppose any candidate, your story is not relevant to the picture shown, and you believe the other candidates who is in front of you, his story is relevant, and you think that you should go with his story as well as the other candidates in your group, their story is also relevant, and there's some points which you believe that there's some points are valid to the story, you must add on to the story. Just look for those opportunities. You if someone is means someone is if all the group members agree to a consensus and you believe that is correct, and you can add on some points from different group members in your group, you can add on some, you can take some positives from the those stories and add on to that consensus. Just do that. That will definitely give a positive impact to your interviewer. That will also improve your chances, that will boost your chances of getting screened in. This is the major reason, this is the reasons which I told you. These are the reasons which normally all the students at the time of SSB, they just, all these points disappear at that time. They think that domination and narration is important, but I tell you my friend, these are just signs of rejection. I have seen so many candidates who don't utter a single word in GD because the group members create a mess. The group is totally a chaos at that time. I have seen so many candidates who don't utter at that time, they manage to get screened in. So look for opportunities, try to contribute positively in the group, right? This will increase your chances, right? So this was all about your screening process. Hopefully you all like this video, and please subscribe to my channel, right? At least as I told you that I'm planning to bring my educator, my colonel sir, through where from where I got my education of SSBs. I'm planning to bring him on this channel. So for that, at least I must have somewhere around 500 to 600 subscriber, right? So please subscribe to my channel, right? Okay, this was all about it. Hopefully we will meet in the next video, right? Okay, thank you.